Hello and welcome to the Piles of Paragraphs creative space. I'm Lori and today I am going to do a hinge binding for an index card size booklet. So I hope everyone's doing well and you've had a chance to do something creative. I've been working on this project. This will be my third attempt at the video, so let's all hope that the third time is the charm. So let's get started. I've got covers, I've got 12 index cards, and I've got my my little hinges, which are my favorite binding paper, which is brown packing paper. Comes in your boxes from Amazon or Costco or Walmart, wherever you get your stuff from. And since this is a nice lightweight little book, I'm just going to use a single thickness of this paper. You could double it if you want to. And so let's see, I am doubling, if I can find it, I'm going to double the thickness for the cover, just to give it a little extra strength for the outside. I cut these hinges to be 3 by 1.5, and I'm going to fold them in half. Just kind of to give me an idea of where the center is when I start putting the glue on these. So I have washi tape on my fingers. Let's see, okay. I know I have more than enough hinges for this, so let's go ahead and get started. Creaky chair. Okay, I'm gonna set the covers over there, but I'm going to go ahead and put some glue stick on these 2 layers so it can start to dry a little bit. It's an unusually humid day here in Arizona. We've had rain on and off all day, although I think it's done now. I see blue sky outside, so I'll set that over with the cover and let's get going on hinging. Okay, now one thing I have learned from doing this video 3 times is that I need a reminder for myself to leave a little extra space in the center so things aren't too close together. So I have this little piece of I guess it must be plexiglass. It's from a book binding, I think that's what it's called, a book binding little kit that I ordered from Amazon ages and ages and ages ago, and I never use it, so I'm going to use it for this. So this stack of cards is about 1/8 of an inch thick. Now if they had been collaged on, then they would be thicker, because I think these are about 1/4 of an inch thick. So make sure you measure your stack of cards when you start to make your cover. Oops, sorry, my lamp is tired. My lamp says, no, I've watched you do this video too many times. So let's see, is this actually going to be wide enough? Yeah. Close enough. Enough to remind me, because I keep forgetting, and like I said, things much too close together. So, okay, those are for another project. So now for this particular project, I'm going to say that this is the right side or the top side of my card, and this is the back side, so front and back, because when I collage on my index cards, I always collage on the side with the lines. So that's the only reason for that. You can do yours however you see fit. So I'm going to try to do better about lining things up. Things were a little too wonky. So, okay, take my strip, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to attach the strips to the backs of these pages. So that way when you have one that is collaged, you have this stuck to the back, this stuck to the back, and it doesn't cover up any of your collage when the book is opened. So that's my thought process for this. So let's get going. Let's see if I can get this done. No, Debbie. No, Debbie the Destroyer. No, Bunny. Go up, bye-bye. Yes, my kitty Debbie has been deciding to jump into my videos and cause havoc today. I don't know why she's doing that. She's usually very well behaved. No, Bear. No, Bear. Why don't you go downstairs and wait for John? Your John will be home soon. Go on, Dee Dee. Okay, so I'm going to line this up here. I'm going to get this and put it in the center, which you see I already forgot. Easily I get distracted by things. Okay. No, Devin. No, Bear. Okay, get down. Okay, bye-bye, Bear. Bye-bye, my little one. Bye-bye, sweetheart. Bye-bye. Okay, so I have that there. And you could score these instead of just folding them in half to give you a little better idea of where you'll want to put your glue, but I'm going to try this and see if it works. So, okay. Line things up nice and straight. Oh, I'm going to have very sticky fingers, and I forgot to get my glue stick. Nope, I have my glue stick out and not get my baby wipes out. Okay, so I think that's actually going to be too much. So let's open this up and pull this off. Let me set this here again. Yes, I think I doubled it, which won't work. And you can use anything. You don't have to have one of these tools to do this with. A little piece of cardstock or just anything if you need to be reminded, because I obviously need to be reminded. Okay, so let's try that again. Fold this over. It's kind of like, so it gives it a little spine. Is that gonna be nice and straight-ish? Nothing will ever be perfectly straight in my world, you know. I live in the land of ish. Okay, so there's one set. Let's see if I can do a little better on this one. I'm gonna set this in the center, and then I'm gonna try to hold it in place and bring that up, and bring this up. Does it give me a little better idea? I just don't want to double it, because then I'll have a really super long page. And I think I did double it again. Wow. Okay. Okay. So let's take this, and it's probably the thickness of the tool that's causing me to have extra lines on there. Oh, oopsie. Can I get a hold of it? Okay, so now I'm going to line this up on here and see how straight I can make that. Okay, I'll put this here again. Yes, I am making this far more complicated than it has to be. That's what happens when I do a project 3 times in one day. I overthink it. Anybody else overthink stuff when they're working on it? I'll tell you, it's not a good thing to do, but I think many of us, I won't say all of us, because I know there are some of you who are much more streamlined than I am, but I think many of us overthink Okay. It's nice and straight-ish. Okay. So now we've got two more. This is going to go on forever. Okay. Set this in the center again. Because it doesn't help, I think every time I go to fold it, it slides. Okay. So we'll do this. Usually I just eyeball it and it's all good, but this is a small project, so these little things kind of show when you don't get them quite right. I also cut the covers a little larger this time, so I do a little more wiggle room than what I did in my last one. I tried to cut them the same, I tried to cut them 3 by 5 and the same size as the index card, and that was not long enough. The little cards showed at the edges. So let's do this. And if the spine doesn't quite line up top and bottom, we can always go back and trim it. So that's not a problem. That's easy enough to remedy. Oh goodness, my Debbie is looking for trouble today. Okay, here's another one. Oopsie. Yes, it only works if you have the glue out enough to be glue. Rubbing the plastic case from the glue on the paper is not particularly helpful. So let's line that up and line this up. A bit over with the glue there. That's okay. I love this method of binding things. I like it, especially when I have things that are not the same size. It's a really nice binding to do because it's very flexible. Okay, yep. Okay, good. Alrighty. Okay. So kind of, whoops. Yep, there we go. If I kind of pull on it, then things are not straight-ish anymore. So this is a little fiddly. Not terribly so, and if you are more precise than I am, it won't be fiddly at all, really. Because if you can eyeball it and remember to give yourself a space, then it works great. Turn this glue down here. Oopsie. Oops, he's gone quiet as I'm concentrating, thinking about it. Okay. Make sure, did I leave my space in here between the two? I did not. How did I manage to not do that? Let's pull this out just a little bit. So we have some room. And of course, for the ones in the center, you probably don't need quite as much room, but try to be consistent so that I at least have space to stitch them together. As I don't think I remembered to tell you I was going to do that. I'm going to do the 3-hole pamphlet stitch on this. Ladybug, what are you getting into, honey? Be good girl. He's testing me today, testing my patience. I think the stormy weather has both her and her brother kind of out of sorts. They don't like wind and rain, and I don't think they really like the gray. I know she doesn't. She likes bright sunny days because she loves to lay in the sun. Like that. Okay. Do this. Yes, I am talking about you, Devin. Yes, David, do. Let's grab this one and wrap this forward. Line that up. Yes, I do a nice little space in there. Very, very good. Oops. Oh, my husband got home sooner than I thought he would. So, I'll have to speed this along. Okay, so now we have these. And I will stack those together. And then we'll take this one. And instead of folding it in half, I will fold this side up. And this side up. No, Devin. No, Bear. Come on. Be a good girl. Be a good girl, my sweetheart. Okay. Do that. I'll do that. Let's see how I managed. I managed to double that. I'm not sure how I do it. I slide it. I think because I slide it. Okay, so for the covers, I have 4 because I want to double them, so it will be heavier. So this will be the inside of the back cover. So go ahead and run the glue down here and slip that in there. Make sure I'm doing it straight. I always think I can eyeball it. I don't know why I think I can eyeball these things, because, you know, I know I live in the land of Ish. I don't know how I managed to think I can do this. Okay, this one. Let's do this. Lay this out because this is the front cover. iPad is still recording, because that would be, I have to tell you, definitely heartbreaking if I managed to get this finally right and then then I hadn't recorded it. Okay, so now I'm going to take this, put glue stick on the cover. But I will also grab my art glitter glue and go around the edges. Okay. Let me line this up here. Burnish. Okay, this them with the glue stick real quick. Then I'll put some art glitter glue around the edges just to make sure it stays. A little bit in the middle, just as a little insurance. Okay. And then I will line this up here, nice and lined up. Go. Now we have the cover all set. And let's see. Uh-oh, where did I put the pin for the glue? Oh dear, I didn't put the pin in the glue bathtub. Well, okay, I'll have to deal with that later. Okay, so I'm going to take my pages and slide them. Let's see, that one seems to have a lot of play, so let's put them together inside just like this. Hopefully they'll line up pretty well. Okay. Yep, they're still, these are sticking up. Let's try. Let's put that one on the outside. Better-ish. Okay. So now we have them pretty well lined up. Let me grab my scissors real quick and just do a little bit of a trim on this carefully, because these little index cards are very thin. So let me get this. Hi, honey, doing my video, honey.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And okay, so here we go. That's not bad. Now we just need to stitch it together. So let me put the clamp on. Not perfectly lined up. Let's see, can I do better? Okay. Scooch that a bit. There should be enough play in here that I can get them lined up. Okay, Deb. Well, let's see. Yes, that'll work. Okay, so I am going to just use some, this is probably a little heavier than sewing thread, but sewing thread would work just fine for this, and just a regular size needle. I'm not going to use my, not going to use my awl because it'll make too big of a hole. So I'm going to just punch through with the, let's try one of these clamps. Maybe that'll hold it a little bit tighter. Go, okay. So I'm just going to punch through in the center-ish. Make sure I don't poke my finger. Yep. So the 3-hole pamphlet stitch, you come through and you keep a tail on the inside, and then you come through from the outside in. Careful not to poke your finger. Okay, then we go back down here and go out again, and oops, yeah, I usually clip that, but I didn't this time, so pull this through. The trick is to get this back through this little tiny hole and be sure not to split the thread, because if you split the thread then you can't pull it tight. So let's wiggle that a little bit, hopefully. It does not seem like I split the thread, so good. Okay, I'm gonna take the needle off, take my clips off. And make sure it's pulled nice and snug, but not so tight that it bends the spine. So pull it tight and then pull it in to knot it. Excuse me, and then we'll do another knot. And then here we go. There it is. The third time was the charm. Not perfect still, but good. I'm very happy with it. Let me trim this. Lots of extra thread. Usually I leave it, but because I think I'm going to put some sort of dangle or something on it, but I know I'm not going to do that in this little book. So here we go. Here's a relatively simple binding method for a index card book, and the pages will lay nice and flat. So yeah, there you go. So, well, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't, and leave me a comment. What do you think? Are you going to give this a try? Too fiddly for you? Do you have a suggestion for how I could do it more easily? Let me know. And I will say bye-bye for now.